Hello, I'm Gayatri from CSE and I'd like to present my case study. In this case study, I've used two datasets, namely dinoclean.csv and dinosaurs.csv. In this dinosaurs.csv, there is a latitude and longitude which I'll be using for the geographical visualizations. My first question, what is correlation between dinosaur length and weight? For this, I've used a scatter plot with a regression line. And for the more complex representation, to make it more fun and visually attractive, I've used a bubble plot. This visualization supports the theory of positive allometric scaling, which states that as dinosaur length increased, their weight grew at an even faster disproportionate rate. Biomechanical. The accelerated increase in weight explains the need for strong, thick limbs and a robust skeletal structure in large dinosaurs like sauropods. Ecological. The relationship between weight and length supports ecological scaling laws. It shows that being large came with both advantages like predator defense and significant challenges such as greater need for food and slower mobility, which shaped their evolutionary path. Essentially, the graph provides empirical evidence that size was a key factor in evolution and biology of dinosaurs. Second question, what are the most common dinosaur diets by continent? For the first one, I have used the bar plot as the simple representation, and for the complex representation, I have used the sunburst plot. This visualization supports the theory of biogeographic specialization, which posits that distributions and diversity of species are shaped by a combination of evolutionary, ecological, and geographical factors. Specifically, the data shows that certain dietary types like herbivores are dominant globally due to the structure of food webs, while others like omnivores are rare. The uneven distribution continents highlights the influence of paleo-environmental context and sampling bias in the fossil record. For instance, the high diversity in Asia likely reflects its large landmass and intense paleontological research rather than a true biological phenomenon. I have also added the geographical visualization as a complement for the above question. The fourth question, fossil discoveries by latitude band. For the first one, I have used a bar plot, and for the complex visualization, I have used this complex plot. This visualization shows the number of dinosaur fossils found in different latitude bands, supports the theory that fossil distribution is heavily influenced by factors other than the actual ancient population of dinosaurs. While it's possible more dinosaurs lived in temperate regions, the most likely explanation is taphonomic and sampling bias. This means temperate regions today have better conditions for fossilization and discovery, such as abundant sedimentary rock exposure and a history of more intensive paleontological exploration as opposed to tropical regions that have dense vegetation and high erosion rates. Fourth question, what correlations exist between diet and body length in this dataset? For the first one, I have used a bar plot, and for the second one, I have used a box plot. The bar plots and box plots showing the relationship between dinosaur diet and body length support the theory that body size is strongly correlated with trophic strategy in dinosaur ecosystems. Herbivores with access to abundant plant matter grew to the largest sizes. Carnivores limited by the availability of prey were typically smaller, although some apex predators reached massive size. Omnivores were the smallest, reflecting their ecological energetics, predator-prey dynamics, and gigantothermy. The last question, unique species in each location. For this I have used a dynamic geographical visualization and a static visualization for ease. This visualization is a representation of biogeography and the concept of biodiversity hotspots. It shows that number of unique dinosaur species is not evenly distributed across the globe, but is instead concentrated in specific regions such as parts of North America and Europe and Asia. The larger, lighter colored circles on the map correspond to locations with a greater number of distinct species, which serve as a visual evidence for these ancient hotspots of biodiversity. This could be due to favorable environmental conditions during the Mesozoic era that allowed for greater species diversity. Thank you.